14:15 się będzie ciemno robić.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying
Robimy mu
to
sprawę
gather
w Ministerstwie
evidence
Magii.
against
Możemy
him.
go skasować za polowanie na magiczne zwierzęta.
And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vault.
Chodzi o te
And
skarbce.
you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Nic się nie martw, zapobiegniemy temu. Dlaczego Harlow miałby porywać pani męża, a nie panią?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
A.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco.
Ty, to nie,
but
ten
he'd
mąż to
never want me to
wykiwał ją.
compromise
Ten mąż
my
ją wykiwał.
integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he
On to
would
chyba
escape
ukartował
by
z nimi.
now. It makes me concerned as to
Pierdolony.
why he hasn't.
Okej, a czyli na pewno potwierdza
Are
porwanie.
you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Specjalnie to zrobił, żeby to ukartować. Ale tego mi było trzeba.
Thank you,
Dzięki.
Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I
Tak,
don't know
ukartował
what to
śmierć, żeby na
do.
rozwodzie
I
kasy
shall
nie
do all I
wyjebać.
can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Jasne.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now,
Nie, nigdy nie jest za
find
późno.
Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Okej, gdzie możemy ich namierzyć?
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Tylko okej?
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir,
Okularów?
I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note when
Liścik, znowu pojawia się liścik.
came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here,
Szantażuje cię
depended
teraz,
upon
kumam.
my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so
Moją
often."
przyjaciółkę.
I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never...
Pomożemy, okularniku. Będzie git.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Okej, a jak pan tuszuje te wyłodzenia? Na
What have
fakturach
you
coś
been
pan wali,
doing
nie?
to
W bok.
keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Okej, dzięki za rozmowę,
Thank
stary.
you for
I
telling
rozwiążę
me.
tych problem szybciej
I'm
niż
gathering
to
evidence to take
możliwe.
Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Immediately. Jasne, wariaciku, wszystko będzie
Hurry
ogarnięte.
off before Mr. Hill returns.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Jest Nettie. O nie. Zawsze była w wyznaczonym miejscu, jak się mieliśmy gdzieś spotkać.
Natty's wand.
O nie.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Ślady. Zostaw to ją! A, nie tutaj. Cięcie. A, zejście z góry. Okej. Teraz wjeżdżam ja. Zostaw to ją! Jest! Dobra, nie będziemy tego czytać, ale mamy to.
Dibble's love letter from Rosie.
Musi być wszystko
She wanted
odszukane.
me to destroy this if I found it.
Było proste, oczywiście, ale... Warto, bo można było to szybciej skończyć, a człowiek tu się wróci, będzie zadowolony. Może to da procencik dodatkowy? Jestem już, jestem już. Jesteście wolni. Panie Isko, panie Isko.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
To nie jest szantaż, to nie był fake.
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed. And there's an anti-apparition
Dziękuję Berman,
jinx on the
dziękuję
cells.
Draker, Szafloczek, po prostu
Even
Mati,
Natty's
Luki,
skill
Coldy.
with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Mam już ją, mam.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Jasne. Dobra robota.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Też tak wydaje, dlatego sobie wezmę... trochę damage'u więcej. Padamy stąd. Ale jak mówić, wszystko wyczyściłem, nikogo tu już nie ma. Padamy. Oho. Co to?
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll
A,
dispatcher.
dzień dobry.
Oh, thank goodness the two
To
of
jest
you are
policjantka
safe.
jakby. Pani komisarz, witam pani Rutsinger. Mamy dowody, niezbite
Rabe
dowody.
told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Jasne, ja rozumiem pewnie, że tak.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Czekamy na Poppy. Za chwilę to powinna być.
Well then,
Szukamy jej.
Let's find our dragon and return
Dawaj,
her egg.
wariatko. I ona ma ślady magii na klacie.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg. Quiet, what was that?
Kurwa. Spokojnie. Na luzaku. Chcę pogadać. A, jasne. Hej, mam iść. Okej. Lewo, teraz.
Watch out, it's her domain. She'll make... Keep at it. We've just got
Będzie
to make
proste.
it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
A, dobrze, że mam więcej defa.
Not a warm
2
welcome.
flakony.
It's a little too warm.
Czuję się jak
if you ask
zdrowy.
me.
Lecimy.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
Au!
Look, underneath her. I think we're close. She's leaving. Quickly.
Brilliant.
Jestem już blisko.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Okej. Jest na swoim miejscu. Mamy to. Uważajcie! Wow. Wow, ale faza. Ale przygoda.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She
Miałeś
left us
rację.
perfectly unharmed.
Popis Sweeting jest kumata w chuj.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Jasne. Co się stało, panie Edgarze? Dlaczego pan taki naburmuszony jest?
Is there something I can help you with, Mr.
Adley. Edgar Adley. No, I don't think so. Blast Milo and his mad schemes.
Milo?
He was my friend. Came to me a few days ago with a brilliant plan to make some quick galleons. All I had to do was follow him into the Forbidden Forest. Had I known he wanted to procure venom from a living acromantula.
Akromantula?
Poor Milo. He didn't deserve to go like that.
To głupiec jakiś. Ślepy. Przykra sprawa.
I'm very sorry to hear about your friend.
Oh, thank you. I can't think of it. Milo's body is still in that cave with the absconder.
The absconder?
Aye, Milo's name for the acromantula. He did have a flair for the dramatic. In fact, as he died, Milo begged me to take his heirloom pocket watch, so that his daughter would have something to remember him by. But I fled.
O. Może będę w stanie pomóc.
If I have time, I can try to collect the heirloom watch, Mr. Adley.
You can't possibly go to the acromantula's cave. You'd be killed. Please, forget I said anything.
Mordzia. I no wyczuję, ile kilometrów to jest
Now,
stąd.
where could that acromantula cave be?
What style?
Confringo! So this is the infamous
O,
absconder.
zbiegun. O kurwa, niezła bestia. Jedziemy z nim.
Bombarda! Confringo! Defender! Descender!
No.
Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! I need to bring this heirloom back to Mr. Adley. Descendo!
Zwróć Edgarowi pamiątkę.
I retrieved the heirloom pocket watch from Milo's body.
Merlin's beard! How did you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that acromantula ever again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Proszę bardzo, ale liczę na nagrodę.
This was quite difficult to retrieve. Shouldn't I get a reward for my trouble?
Of course I'm happy to pay you. I can't afford much.
Chuj mnie to interesuje, biłem się z wielkim pająkiem, płacić kasę.
Milo's daughter will need to attend Hogwarts one day.
Jasne, w takim razie zapomnijmy o tym. To może uda się panu sprzedać zegarek.
I don't think you realize the trouble I went to retrieving the watch. Perhaps you can sell it for the girls' supplies.
I should never have mentioned the heirloom. Such selfishness. Here is your money, you extortionist.
Sij różdżkę, kurwo. Wiedziałem, że wyjdzie z ciebie kurestwo. A świat Pottera jest taki zajebisty. W końcu jakiś wątek, że mogą się do kogoś zesrać. Sięgaj nieba. O, proszę bardzo, warto było latać. Tylko ten pióropusz.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
O, gdzie są wszyscy? Nikt się nie ściga?
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident
Dobra,
I
tak
posted
już
the time.
trzeci raz pierdolisz, że wiesz, że cię przejadę, bo mam jeszcze podtuningowaną fajnie miotłę. Zaczynajmy.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose.
No to jazda, widzowie. Co ona taka szybka? Halo?
This is going well. This is going well.
Yes!
That wasn't too bad.
No, poszło mi całkiem nieźle, co?
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am.
Almost.
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 Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
Jasne, też mam taką nadzieję. Masz plany, że latać profesjonalnie? Albo pewnie jakieś DLC będzie z takimi wyścigami? Byłoby
I
super.
take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch
O,
this year.
szkoda.
As for a team, it's the holy-head harpies I've always
Fajnie jakby to
dreamt of.
odblokowali.
When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
Okej, fajnie było. Pogadać i polatać. Mam nadzieję, że się spotkamy.
It has been fun. Glad you're here, 5th year. You're an asset to our house.
Dzięki. Górą Slytherin.
You take care of yourself.
Wow, dobry lot, to jest kolejna platyna? Down! To taki smutny zgredzio. Siemanko, byczku, co jest grane? Grosiku?
Hello there.
Grosicki!
Was there something you needed?
Z pogoni cię wytransferowali tutaj? Żarty się do niczego nie nadają.
And a house elf to help you with it. Penny's the name. Penny's mistress is selling this shop. And Penny is most eager to start working with the new owner. It might surprise you to know that Penny can sell practically anything.
Mój własny sklep i skrzatka do pomocy brzmi świetnie.
Oh, it would be wonderful to have a place to sell things and someone to help me.
You'll be able to give Penny almost anything that you want to sell. It will be no work at all for you once the shop is up and running.
O,
If you want the shop and Penny hopes that you do, you should talk to Penny's mistress as soon as you can.
własny
Her name is
sklepik,
Cassandra
widzowie?
Mason.
Why is your mistress selling the shop? And you?
Penny cannot be certain, as Mistress Mason so rarely confides in her. However, she repeatedly mentions how tired she has become of trying to let the shop. She has had rotten bad luck with the last few tenants.
Co jest?
Are you all right? Are you holding your breath?
Zesrałem się?
Penny's fine. Sometimes Penny simply needs to remind herself to stop.
Rozgadana mała kurwa. Dobra, co mógłbym sprzedawać?
What kind of things would I be able to sell in the shop?
All kinds. Anything from essence of Disney to Mooncalf fur. If
Oh.
a buyer exists for something, then Penny can sell it and get the best price. Just ask Mistress Mason.
Świetnie, a sklep nie wygląda zbyt, wiesz, ten sklep nie wygląda
Why
zachęcająco,
are the
taka żrudera.
premises in such disarray?
Oh, the previous tenants were not able to manage very well. They seem to have given up rather quickly.
To ty odpierdalasz.
Penny is perfectly capable of helping clean and repair, so the shop will be ready for business in no time.
Okej, a gdzie nauczyłeś się tak tej sztuczki sprzedaży?
How is it you're
Trików.
so good at selling? Seems unusual for a house elf.
Oh, before he died, Penny's previous owner, Master Mason, trusted her to do all sorts of things to help him with his shop. Penny supposes it is a bit unusual for a house elf to possess such skill, but Master Mason commanded it, and Penny was happy to oblige. Master Mason was a wonderful master.
All right. I shall go and find Madam Mason.
Oh, this is splendid news indeed. You won't be sorry. You can find Mistress Mason at her home on the north edge of the village.
No, poprzedni właściciel chyba ją za uszy targał, no. Dobra. Cassandra Mason. W sprawie własnego sklepu. Dzień dobry! Spotkałem pani niewolnika.
Hello, Madam Mason. I understand you have a shop to sell.
Why, yes. Yes, I do. Are you interested?
Yes, I am. I've always wanted to own a shop.
How marvellous. I think you will find my terms quite generous. But, and do please forgive me for asking, don't you think you might be a tad young to own a shop?
I have a knack for this sort of thing, if I do say so myself. If I can meet your terms, I hope that you'll sell to me.
Well, I reckon you have the confidence needed for such a venture.
Czy ty mnie kurwa nawet nie znasz, dopiero mnie teraz zobaczyłaś. To skąd wiesz, że mam...
That elf could sell
nieważne.
tea to a troll. I assume she told you she comes with the place.
She did indeed.
I like you. Tell you what, I shall sell you the space for an exceedingly fair price. I think you might just be shrewd enough to make a go of it.
An exceedingly fair price for a shop and an elf. What's the catch?
Huh? You are wise to be wary in business dealings. No catch, really. I simply ask that you allow me to do you the favour of buying the shop back, at a discount, of course, should your efforts fail. The last thing we need here in Hogsmeade is for one bad apple to spoil the barrel, if you get my meaning.
Ha! Your faith in me is overwhelming. You're sorely mistaken if you think I'm going to fail.
There's that confidence again. And, of course, I wish you every success. Do we have a deal?
It does sound intriguing, but I need to consider my finances first. I'll come and find you if I'm interested.
Very well. But I won't be able to keep the shop available for too long.
Okej, pomyślę.
If you do want the shop, I'd advise you to return to me as soon as possible.
Kupujemy? Biorę.
Hello again.
Madam Mason, about the shop.
Yes?
I've decided I'd like to go ahead and purchase the shop.
I have to say I'm impressed. You are a remarkably resourceful student.
I am indeed.
And brave. You won't be sorry.
A jaka jest scena, bo ty mi w ogóle nic nie mówiłaś.
And I shall get the paperwork filed immediately.
Wonderful. Shall I head directly to the shop?
Please do. Oh, one more thing. Since my husband died, I've not been able to bring myself to
1500,
retrieve
okej.
some of his personal items. They're in a
Metoda
chest at the
wnuczka,
back
ale
of
to
the
ja
shop.
jestem kurwa jebany w tym
Penny.
oszustwie.
As you get organized, I would be terribly grateful if you could help an old widow and gather his things for me before you open for business. I wish you the very best of luck in your endeavors. Penny will meet you there.
Jasne, ale biznes, kurwa, pierdolić tę szkołę. Jak już mam biznes swój. Grosik już pewnie czeka, już pewnie klienci są w kolejce. Dobry! Jestem, twój nowy szef. Boss.
Well, I've done it, Penny. The shop is mine.
Oh, Penny is so pleased. Penny was hoping you would be the one to purchase it.
I'm glad you're here to help me.
Goodness, what a kind thing to say. Penny will do all that she can to make this a success. There is much to do. The last tenant left in a bit of a rush, so we'll need to clean up and do some repairs.
Well then, let's get to it.
Penny is ready. Between the two of us, we should have this place up and running in no time.
Ale burdel.
Repairer.
Trochę czarodziejskie emocje, będzie to jak cacy. Witam w sklepie Logana Cappuccino. Wszystko i nic, nic i wszystko.
Mistress Mason wanted Penny to be sure and give you this key. It opens a chest in the back room of this shop.
Oh yes, she mentioned it to me. It contains some of her late husband's belongings.
Penny wonders if you should open the chest.
Are you holding your breath again?
Penny must get back to work now.
Revelio.
No i co jest kurwa, gdzie jest ten pamiętnik? O kurwa, już wszystko jasne. Co jest? Nie! O, fuck. Hop, hop. Jest tu ktoś? Kurwa? Spokojnie.
Lumos.
Hop, hop.
Revelio.
Coś tu jest? Szczury nawet spierdalają. Przepraszam.
Why would someone store one hat in here?
Szacik kapel. Hop, hop.
Revelio.
Nic tu nie ma. A! Dobra, dobra, spokojnie. Nie nabiorę się.
Oh, goody. Someone to play with. You seem a cunning sort. What fun this will be.
O chuj tu chodzi?
At least.
Halo?
Revelio.
Co jest grane?
That's new. Onwards, I suppose. Revelio. What in the...
O kurwa! Się straszyłem, ja pierdolę. Dobra. Nie pogrywaj ze mną, wypuszczaj mnie, kupię mi ten sklep. Ej!
Lumos. Revelio.
Co jest? Hop hop, koniec zabawy. To już nie robi się, to już nie jest zabawne. Ej, co tu się odpierdala?
Revelio.
You might survive a bit longer than the others.
A, nawet nie wiesz, stary, z kim pogrywasz. Mistrz zagadek. O! Niezłe, niezłe, niezłe. Całkiem niezłe.